quite animated, the co-commentators on the sideline, and why wouldn't they be? This is one of the season's big clashes. Both teams amongst 6 others, or should I say a total of 6 on 8 points on the competition ladder. They've had some great rivalry down through the years since Penrith joined the league back in 1967. 6 internationals on either side of the halfway line. And the front row battle tonight, it is of a great proportion. It's a representative front row really on both sides. Clinton and Ross up against Bailey and Riles. Origin positions on the line. Something like 13 of them on show from Ricky Stewart's squad that remains. Gower takes them out. They haven't won at Wynn Stadium, the Panthers, since 1991. By now you can imagine they're quite thirsty. The men of the mountains have come to the sea, and how they've come to the sea, because we're on the banks of the Pacific tonight. 3 times they played last year. Dragons got 2, but they lost the one that mattered, 31-30, in that qualifying weekend of finals up at Penrith Stadium. Young Ben Creagh in the forefront. One of 7 newcomers named in the New South Wales State of Origin squad of 30 this week. Cooper, 4 tries against the Panthers at Wynn Stadium last year. And he's one of the reasons that the Dragons have visited this resurgence. If you look at their first 4 weeks, they were disgraceful. And I'll talk more about that during the night. With the return of the quality players, so too the return of the statistics that are pleasing to the coaches. Albert Torrens, 152 games, never played halfback. He's up against a bloke that's played halfback for his country. Frank Pritchard's already spent a fair bit of the money that he's been promised. And there's an interesting figure, 85% ratio of success with the boot. He's not there tonight. There's no more Riddell. Now there's no Head. Will goal kicking decide this one? 220 games for Paul Simpkins. It is time just about on. It is now. Friday night football, welcome to it. Gasnier starts, kicks off to the south, and it is Wesser.
And there's a pretty good indication of the breeze that the Dragons are running into here. Almost came back to them from the kickoff.
So Ross with the second play of the night. And that looks like Pritchard underneath. A 3-man St George tackle. In fact, it was Joe Nullivy. Now Clinton, who's in this absorbing battle with Bailey and Riles. He's lost the ball. That's not a good start, but it's okay now because there's a penalty being given. Clinton, as I said, there's a rake there from one of the blokes I was talking about, Bailey. Bailey and Riles, favourites for the Origin front row, but you would think that Ricky Stewart will probably take a third prop onto the bench, and Joel would want that job. Tap taken by Pritis. It's gone across to Nullivy. One of the internationals I spoke of. He and Pritchard, of course, represented or have represented for New Zealand. 25 metres out from the Dragons line. It's a second man play for Clinton to have another dip. And Timmins is there together with Creagh, and they combine to put him down with Thompson. And Pritis comes to the left of the ground now. Waterhouse is up to the 10 metres line.
Try line.
Holding the ball out, looking to unload, looking for a support down the short side. Campbell goes to Gower. Gower in and away, turning it back.
Try line,
And the single three-quarter Pomeroy is put to ground. Just inside the 10 metres line, a very good chance early here for the Panthers. Gower's pass is beautiful, they're in. Lewis has scored on the extreme right-hand side. He's almost landed on the beach over that side. So wide do they go? Beautifully orchestrated by Gower. And Lewis has scored inside the first 2 minutes of play.
It's just great reading there from Craig Gower. They created an overlap on that side, and he was good enough to take advantage. As we freeze it there, you can see 2 defenders for the opposition up against 3 attacking players. And as play continues, the cutout pass to Luke Lewis, who is well and truly outside Colin Best. And they got an early penalty to put them in good field position. And a great ball from Craig Gower. Not much room for error there. And flying Lewis in the corner.
Well, right from the kick-off there, the Panthers forwards have taken them 80 metres up the field into attacking zone. the big men carving out the yards, earning the penalties, and then all of a sudden the tricky man and the pretty man take over. The half-back to the winger, beautiful cutout pass over in the corner. That's how they score the points, but they get up there off the back of this great forward pack who just churns up the metres.
Thought that the coach, John Lang, might have been tempted to play Luke Lewis in the centres with the problems they've had there. Ben Pomeroy has been there and done a good job. Danny Gallier out injured, of course, as Campbell looks to add to, pushes it left.
So Preston, who ranks at number 5 of the regular kickers these days, 79.4%. Vossi on the sideline, a bit of breeze coming away from the right-hand side of our screen.
Yeah, certainly it is an assist for Penrith in this first half. The other thing about the forecast tonight is that there are some showers forecast to hit the ground. I mean, this means that Penrith, if they can open up a lead, now I know they opened up an 18-0 last week and squandered it. If they can open up a lead, and if the rain does come, it's going to make it hard for the Dragons to come from behind in the second half.
And trust me, there is a bigger breeze than those flags might have indicated just then.
Gasnier now starting again much earlier than he would like to have. Oh, Prudis has knocked on. The kickoff has gone to ground. And the scrum will go down off Gasnier's kickoff. A knock on by Prudis. And it's inside the 20-metre line right in front of the Southern uprights.
Well, the actual kickoff to the game saw Reece Wessett juggle the football. And it is that breeze that's pushing it away from the man trying to catch it. Rare mistake from Prudis. A great attacking opportunity with Timmins from the base of the scrum.
Timmins it is now. He will play the ball 12 metres away from the Panthers line. Tackled by Pritchard there. They cut a player out and they finish up with over wide there Cray. Ben Cray will play the ball back towards centre ground, 10 metres out, a two-man tackle. Pritchard and Prudis, and now it's with Bailey. Bailey taken nicely around the legs there and pulled down by Nullavow. Waterhouse came over the top. They go to the left, the Dragons. Barrett just floats it inside. Timmins got away from a two-man tackle or attempted tackle, and he struggles towards the line. He'll be forced to play the ball now that he's put to ground.
Try line again.
6-0 was on offer there, but 4-0 only for Penrith after 2 minutes. Here's Hornby, and just inside the 20-metre line, he's held down there by Pritchard again. I thought he might have had a second dip there. This is the 5th tackle, and Barrett goes with the right foot over towards Colin Best. Wing, they go high! It comes down to Preston Campbell.
Surrender.
Campbell will play the ball just inside his own 10-metre line.
An opportunity lost. It looks as though Cooper was going to get the ball from the rebound.
Back and hold.
Unfortunately for Penrith, Preston Campbell was there to take the drop ball as Luke Lewis struggles to his feet. In fact, can't get to his feet. Just 10 out from his own line.
Get the ball and move it over here, mate.
So that was the defusing of the Barrett bomb. But then what has happened to Lewis? That left ankle, has it gone under, or is it the smack on the head that's caused the trouble?
I think Dean Young has caught him around the head here accidentally. I mean, Lewis was virtually on the ground as it came.
It's the head, all right.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it's a penalty. It looked more accidental to me.
Marcus up. Hold.
Wesser it is. Playing the ball 10 metres out from his own line. Nullavow is wrapped up and put away by Ben Cray.
It was very strange to restart play while the trainer is still there and Luke Lewis on the ground, only 5 metres away.
Now Ben Ross, put down by Bailey and also by Riles. And now Clinton is met by Thompson. Cray getting involved. Together with Timmins, 3 men in the tackle, and here's a penalty going to the Panthers. This will bring them away from 45 out from their own line. It'll put them in a nice, strong attacking position.
Yeah, the Dragons forwards guilty there of trying to get up too early on these big Panthers. They started to rumble forward. Joel Clinton, Nullavow was getting himself set for a run. They've earned the penalty. Here they come again, the Panthers.
Hold. Go.
So 40 metres out from the Dragons' line. From Gower, it's gone to... Oh! Campbell was targeted by Ben Cray. He angled in. The number 6 took a heavy hit, but there he is, a dummy half, so he hasn't taken any ill effects from it. Now Gower is tackled and put down. 35 out from his own line. Young and Bailey combining in the tackle with Albert Torrens. Now Ross it is, trying to barge through the middle, does well. One-handed flick pass back to Wesser. Wesser bounces away from Bailey, takes it inside the 20-metre line. He'll play the ball 18 metres out, tackled by Ben Cray. Waterhouse now. Across to Gower on the 20-metre line. They've gone back to Campbell, who's also up to the 20-metre line. Pritchard And he's pulled down by his opposite number in Lance Thompson, just inside the 20. They're 20 metres in from touch here on the western side. Gower beat Timmins, tried to step between the centre, Gasnier, and the player inside him, but has put down 10 metres out from the line. 4-0 in favour of the Panthers as Pritis goes to Campbell. He picks it up beautifully. It was an awful pass. The kick is over there for Lewis and for Best. And the big winger has come down with the football. And you half feel happy for Colin Best, because it's not long ago that Leon Bott went down his sideline three times for 3 tries. Lewis has done it in the first 2 minutes tonight.
Well, he's in the right colours. That was Barry Hall at his best for the Swans. It was a great kick from Preston Campbell. Above his head, superb take. There's a relieving penalty here for the Dragons. After that great diffusing, Trent Waterhouse, the man deemed to be at fault.
So both sides given the benefit of Simpkins' whistle to come easily away from their 20-metre or 30-metre danger zone. And now Ben Hornby, who will act as first receiver on many, many occasions tonight. Second ball is clipped onto the ground. Bailey was about to try and play it, and Simpkins has called a halt for that reason. Dean Young is the acting half. Play is right on the halfway line. Marker is Nullavow. They go across to Hornby. He turns it in sweetly then for Cray. He will play the ball. He's been busy, hasn't he, Ben Cray? Young getting it away from Riles. Riles running at Nullavow, who's had a checkered couple of years with injuries. Joe Nullavow, his second row partner, Tony Pulatua, out for the season. Now it's with Hornby. Now to Barrett. Barrett goes back. He finds Timmins. Timmins puts on some pace and gets the ball away for Gasnier to give the ball to Barrett. Barrett will play the ball 22 metres out from the line. It's gone. Oh, Timmins had to dive out in front of him. He took it well. Hornby's with the football now, and he tries to slice through, but the Panthers' defence is there, and it's tackle 5 now. Young, 20 metres out, back to Barrett on the right. He goes off the right foot. It's a towering bomb. It's over into that corner, and the Dragons have got it. Best has got the ball down and away to Cray. Cray gets the ball away. It's gone from Youngquist. It's gone back to Cooper. Cooper to Bailey. Bailey puts in a kick. Now they test them on the other side. The rebound is okay. Barrett, he'll put Thompson in to score. Lance Thompson has scored. Well, talk about the luck of the draw. Bailey's had a shot. There's been a rebound that has gone backwards, and Lance Thompson has scored on the right side of Wynn Stadium.
If at first you don't succeed, try again, and that's what the Dragons did. They persisted. The first kick was a beauty, and again, Colin Best, a superb take. Knew he had to keep it alive. Found Ben Cray. On to Youngquist, a long way from home. That's why Lance Thompson's on the wing, and Luke Bailey, told by his teammates, you've got to kick it. There's no restart of the tackle count. A beautiful bounce straight into the breadbasket of Trent Barrett, and Lance Thompson on the right-hand side of the field gets over to even it all up.
Well, there's old front rowers from the 50s, 60s and 70s cringing on their lounge at the moment. The big number 8 for the Dragons has put boot the ball across the field and set up a try. What wonders will never cease, and there he is, the big number 8. He came here for a war tonight. Suddenly he's turned into a cross-field kicking genius. Big Luke Bailey. The old front rowers, they'll be just cringing. I said, what was that?
He liked it too. You could see the little pose at the end. It's like when you hit a good golf shot and you hold it there for that extra 5 seconds. I reckon the Bull did that as well. Great
Look
kick.
at this kick from Gasnier. He's got it there. Gasnier from the extreme right of the ground. It is 6-4 Dragons after 11 minutes. And welcome to our audiences taking us through Sky Sports in the UK, Sky Sports in New Zealand, and up in Papua New Guinea. Nathan Brown, a smiling Nathan Brown, or a flicker of a smile.
Move on.
As Reece Resser starts again. A match that has really attracted a lot of attention. And Riles has been in the spotlight of that attention.
Move.
And Clinton is there to make the tackle together with Nullavow. It goes out to Bailey, and Bailey bounces away from Pritis, or Pritis bounces away from Bailey. Waterhouse goes in to make the tackle. They're just outside their own 20. And here's Barrett trying to step through, and they put him away. They attack the man with the football, Nullavow and Ross. To a short side play this time, and Timmins is with the ball, but Waterhouse and Nullavow are with him. Tackle count up to the 4th now. It's 6-4. Young gets it away for Cray. Plenty of speed at his disposal. Here's Cooper talking about speed. They're running down. Gower, brilliant. 5 tackles gone, Dragons. Queuing up out on the right. Barrett turns it back to the middle. Hornby is with the football and can't get it away, or can he? Loose ball for Penrith to play on. 10 metres out from their own line.
Well, a great break made on the far side, set up by Dean Young, but what a tackle from Craig Gower. They have a lot of success down short sides. Ben Cray, formerly played in the centres and the wing, he's got speed. You thought Wesser would be the man to make the tackle, but it was the number 7, the captain back there.
It's an amazing save by Craig Gower. Rooney it was who played it. Clinton ramrodding the ball ahead, and Cray again in the tackle with Timmins. Campbell steps away from Timmins. Oh, he's had an air swing. Timmins wouldn't give up, and the Dragons through Cray, who's gone in for the crumbs, has come up with the football. 40 away from the line. Here's Bailey. And he's taken down by Ross and Nullavow. Centre of the ground, 32 metres out. Young a dummy half, Barrett first, Gasnier second. They're inside the 30-metre line, and Gasnier, one of the stars of last weekender's tackle, is Youngquist. Hit by Prudis, conventional tackle, and Pritchard over the top. That shortened him right up. Gasnier, Barrett, look at the pass from Barrett. Same from Hornby. Cray steps off the left foot and is pulled down. Campbell just did enough to make the tackle out there with Lewis's help. Now they come back from the left side to the middle with Hornby putting a kick in. Torrens went after it. Wesser's going to try and beat them. Can Wesser beat them? No, he can't. It'll be a line drop out to restart.
Well, don't ever tell me that Origin squads and City Country don't develop great players in this game. Ben Cray has come out of representative recognition and suddenly grown a leg for his club side. He's in absolutely everything. He and Timmins are killing the Panthers at the moment. Here's the play that gets them the line drop out. But Ben Cray has split them. He's tackled well. He's using the ball. All coming all of a sudden because he gets this recognition in representative sides.
Line drop out taken by Gower. 6-4 the score. In favour of the home side, the St George Illawarra Dragons. Bailey taken down by Waterhouse in the 13 jumper. Nullavow in the 11. They go to the blind side again. I don't think any club goes as many times to the short side. And that one comes unstuck off Matt Cooper. So the scrum will be loose head and feed for Penrith back on the 30-metre line.
Well, they've come there with a definite plan. St George Illawarra definitely looking to go down that 10 or 15 metre blind side. I thought they may have tried to go up the middle of the ruck as Canberra did last week.
Box in, bind.
Driving in between the A defender on either side, but they are having a lot of luck. Fringe of ruck and down the short side. Good strong tackle there from Barrett.
Pomeroy was on the end of it. Now it's Pritchard running into Thompson. And they maul in Timmins and Ryle, make it into a 3-man tackle. So Pritchard going nowhere. Ben Ross isn't going much further either. And it was Torrens and Young who made the tackle, and then it's Gower. Gower showed it to Wesser, running off his hip. Nullavow coming from the field. 42 metres out from their own line, the Penrith Panthers, and it's Swain who's on for Nullavow. He's tackled on the halfway line. Thompson involved with Young in the tackle. They cross the halfway. They put the kick in off Gower. He's found the line. Touch judge with the flag on the air on the eastern side, a hill that is quite heavily populated.
You have to wonder about the fitness of Joe Nullavow. It's an unusual interchange after just 15 and a half minutes. He's a back rower. Normally the front rowers will be coming off at around the 20-metre, 22-minute mark. Be interested to see when Nullavow comes back into the game.
Lock in, bind, ball in. Out.
Scrum, wind of the Dragons, and Timmins is written by Wesser.
Yeah, Peter, I think it's got a little bit to do with that short side play we've been seeing. That's where Nullavow defends out there on the right-hand side alongside Preston Campbell. And he's put a defender out there now. He's put Swain onto the field. He'll probably go down that right side, try and look after Ben Cray. Ben Cray, I think, is scaring the hell out of the Dragons, out of the Panthers, sorry.
So Hornby offloading to Riles, who got that right elbow up a little bit high, and Swain was able to make the tackle. Now it's Young, then Hornby, and it's gone behind Thompson for Torrens. He'll play the ball on the halfway line, 20 metres in from this western touch line. And now Bailey runs it again at Swain. Probably attracts a lot of runners because he doesn't look that big, but he's got a heart as big as father, Luke Swain. Now it's Barrett, but here's another penalty going to the Dragons. So they've come basically back-to-back penalties way down to the 30-metre line, Penrith end.
And on the back of a couple of good charges there, Luke Bailey ripped it up, got a quick play of the ball. The Panthers couldn't reset in defence. At the moment, the Dragons are just doing everything quicker. Panthers can't keep up the pace of the game.
Hornby now. Riles running again at Swain and Priddis, the two smaller forwards in the Penrith sextet. Ball played 10 metres out from the line. Are they going in again? Bailey is involved again, but the front rowers have got him. Clinton and Ross. And Young counts some numbers and goes off to the left before Hornby gave the ball to Cray, but Cray knocked on that time. So I guess when you have a high involvement rate like he has, there has to come a mistake.
They'll be disappointed with the mistake, but they were coming straight, and it's a good way to attack. You could see that they were trying to catch the defence out by not catching the football and going across field. Outside in, it works well because defences don't read it at times. That time to pass, it just wasn't suited to that type of attack.
Noticeable also that they're aiming a lot of plays down the side where Preston Campbell is defending. As the ball is played out there by Pomeroy, Campbell a dummy half, and Pritchard is trying to break them, but Gasnier gets involved with Thompson. Thompson got the try. 20 metres out from the Penrith line we are now, and Ross runs into that. Impregnable tackle there from Riles. He puts him down with Timmins.
You'll see that a few times in the next 6 weeks in Origin. Riles just lined him up there. He said, "Hello, mate. Keep looking for me."
Thompson and Bailey making that tackle on Clinton. Now it's gone to Campbell, away to Waterhouse, and Waterhouse, he's trying to find a gap. They're all trying to find gaps, but the Dragons, their missed tackles and their defensive rate has improved considerably since they got their complete complement of players back together. Here they are now back on their 30-metre line, following the kick down ground. Youngquest played the ball. Gasnier scoots away from dummy half, and he steps out of the tackle from Craig Gower before Frank Pritchard makes the tackle. 40 metres out from the Dragons line, it's with Thompson, and Thompson runs at Swain and Priddis, in fact Clinton. Swain and Clinton making the tackle, played by Thompson, given by Young. Barrett decides to look at them, pokes his nose into it. Riles comes off him and he's tackled pretty much on the halfway line. And play in the centre of the park. Young again, turns it right, Timmins is with him. Pritchard and Priddis make the tackle, and now that's the fifth tackle as it's played 35 out from the line. Here's Barrett coming down the short side, a wide one admittedly, but it's gone forward. And it was on the last tackle, so it's turnover. Here's the pass.
Where you are, no walk forward, that's it.
Pretty hard to argue. Touch judge had a good view, even the referee was perfect.
Play it there, on the mark.
6-4 in favour of the Dragons. We saw Penrith score a try pretty much like the Cowboys did last Sunday in the opening minute and a half of the game. And you know the fate that the Cowboys suffered after that. I'm wondering whether we're going to revisit that scenario tonight. Dragons striking back, leading 6-4. Here's Waterhouse and Wesser combining. Campbell is up there looking for the ball. But down they go. Cray and Cooper making the tackle with Torrens, then Priddis away for Clinton. Clinton has tackled 40 metres away. 15 in from touch on the eastern side, and Priddis decides to experiment down the short side where they had success in that opening try. Lewis it is who plays the ball. It's come away from Priddis and gone to Campbell, and Campbell to Gower. They're 25 out. Gower's kick is a beauty. It's gone to Youngquest. Oh, the ball has bounced, and Gasnier is there to pick it up for the Dragons. That could have turned into anything for Penrith.
Market square.
Gower wraps him up and tackles him a metre out from the try line. Best it was who took a play away from the dummy half area. Then Youngquest, winger, followed by winger. Now Thompson, and allowed to make valuable metres out of the 30-metre line. Here's Young putting on a sprint from dummy half. A safe play at the time. Young tackle, or should I say Swain, the tackler on Young. Hornby gets a kick in. The tackle on him by Swain brought a groan from the crowd as though it was late and maybe a touch high. Here's Wesser.
A good decision here from the referee. It was definitely a flop there. Ben Craig coming in after the tackle had been completed. Reece Wesser going across field. Tackle's completed there. No reason for the number 11 to slow it down any longer.
Ben Craig has been in the camera's focus for a few reasons tonight, hasn't he? But I think Phil Gould got it right earlier when he heaped a lot of praise on him for his opening to this game. So this is a kick that's been aided by the breeze, and the tap taken, and Swain takes it back to Bailey and Young. They put him down 35 metres out, 20-metre line in from touch on the eastern side. Pritchard does a little bit of a hop, step and a jump before he reaches them, and then Riles puts him down with Timmins. Prittis now goes away for Clinton. Clinton in combat with Thompson. He will play the ball 19 metres out from the line. Prittis across to Gower. Gower goes to a second man. Waterhouse is with the ball. Gower went back to help him out and got the ball away to Pomeroy, and Pomeroy is tackled. Taken down by Barrett, close to the line. Here's Gower. Wesser's come onto the ball very hard, but he's tackled on 5. 2 metres out from the line. Prittis, Gower, cuts out Campbell, bounces across to Franze, puts in a left foot kick. Dragons are there. Will they get back? And it's Colin Best who's come across from the left side to do well. He's done some wonderful things in the game so far.
See, there was a try-saving tackle there underneath the post from Albert Torrens on Reece Wesser. Reece Wesser was over for all money in a big hole. Albert Torrens, a halfback, still injured back underneath the post after making the tackle. What's this? Bang. He was the only one in sight. Craig was there as well, but if Torrens doesn't come up with the grab, he was under the post.
Bailey now, almost to halfway. It might be disturbing to John Lang. They are coming away from their own line with very deep incisions, the Dragons. Albert Torrens with a little bit of a problem with an ankle or possibly a knee, as Barrett just puts a kick down into the corner with lovely weight on it, and Wesser is now carrying it back to the 10-metre line out from his own corner.
I tell you why the Dragons are making such good ground consistently, Ray. Every one of their forwards who runs the ball ends up with his chest down on the ground ready to play it. That the Panthers are not holding them down, they're not dominating tackles at all. When the Panthers forwards run the ball, there's 3 Dragons player holding them up, swirling them around, landing them on their back. They get no momentum. The Dragons are doing everything perfectly at the moment in the forwards.
This is Luke Lewis.
And again.
As we see the 16 for the Dragons about to come on, Justin Poor. As Gower puts that kick in very deep.
40-20.
Beautiful kick, and it's a 40-20. It's a 40-20 for Gower. This will put the Panthers on attack when we come back. It is 6-4 the Dragons after 25 minutes. Friday night football from Wynn Stadium.
And Craig Gower's had a huge first opening 25-30 minutes. Most of it defensively, apart from setting up the first try, and now this one. You don't get a better 40-20 than that. Colin Best and Ben Hornby realised that it was on. Despite racing across, there was nothing they could do to stop that.
Let's go down.
What can the Panthers do? They had rehearsed or spoken about a back of the scrum play. They won't go. Yes, they are. They've gone again. And Waterhouse goes to the blind side. He's tackled 10 metres out, about 5 metres in from the touchline on the far side. Here's Swain. And he's put down by Manu, who's on in 15 for the Dragons, and by Justin Poole.
Watch Wesser again, loitering behind, fringe of the ruck, up the middle.
Pulatua able to bump through one tackle. That of Thompson. Quick play the ball. Chance here. Gower's pass to Campbell went backwards. Pritchard is with the ball.
Try line.
And he is about 3 metres away from the try line and the sideline. It's gone away to Campbell. Wesser's there now. Waterhouse running straight, but Cooper's with him. Cooper and Manu together with Young make the tackle. Now Campbell. Wesser passes, floats it across. It was Lewis who took it before giving it to Pomeroy. And Pomeroy is surrounded by heavy traffic. And he goes to ground with the ball on the ground, and referee Simpkins is ordering the turnover. So the Dragons, let's see how they come away from their own line this time. Young on his chest, up and playing the ball quickly. That's Justin Poole. similar thing.
Yeah, pulling through the line. They're just shouldering their way through the defence, landing on their stomachs, quick play the balls.
Back again. Hold.
Here's Torrens now.
Hold.
30 metres out, centre of the ground. Dummy half Timmins. Barrett away for Thompson. That's a good tackle. And guess who it is again? Gower. She's been good in all departments of rugby league tonight. Here's Gasnier almost through. Pritchard makes the tackle with the Panthers backpedaling for a moment. Barrett then puts the kick down over the head of Wesser. It might be too big. And it does, in fact, roll over the dead ball line. Andrew Voss, sideline.
Yeah, Panthers looking for their bench to have a real impact tonight. Look, I don't know what you think up there, but I just don't think the Panthers bench have been as dynamic as they have been, say, a couple of seasons ago when they won the premiership. Ross and Clinton off in the double change with Crossman and Frank Pulatua coming on. But they definitely need to have an impact tonight for the Panthers to sustain any sort of performance.
Bossy, I think it's been a double barrel. I don't think they've got the value out of the second rowers either. They were quite superb, Pulatua and Nullavow. Obviously, Pulatua out injured, and he's struggling to have the impact because he doesn't have his partner in crime out there.
Yeah, it has made a difference not having a Frank Pritchard to come in off the bench, having him as a starting second rower.
This is Crossman then, who has started off the bench, as this man has, Swain. Right on the halfway line, 6-4. Almost half an hour of the game gone. And St George Illawarra leading Penrith by 2 points. As it comes away to Gower, and Gower throws a pass long and directed to Rumour, who runs away from one, circles another, picks up Wesser, but it's gone forward.
That had to be a call from the touch judge, had to be. The referee wasn't in good position to rule on that. It had to be a call from this side touch judge.
Sunday, see 9 celebrities preparing for the performance of their lives under the big top. Get ready for a few surprises and one almighty shock. Who falls from the high wire? A magical new series, Celebrity Circus, Sunday 6:30 on Channel 9. With the Dragons and Torrens now.
Did you think that was forward?
I did not, but I thought you and Peter capably covered it. Hornby to Manu, who's on the halfway line, and Preston makes the tackle.
That's as flat as. Luke Rooney doesn't throw many passes, but no one can throw a pass better than that.
Now Young throws a sort of a dummy to the open side before going down the short side, before Timmins gets another quick play of the ball, and Paul runs it hard, and 22 metres out from the Penrith line. They get tremendous impact off the bench through him and Sims. It's gone from Barrett and gone to Gasnier. Gasnier with that little kick. Here's another chance. No, Wesser has put the blaze out again. He's playing the part of a fireman back there tonight, Reece Wesser, and plenty of work to do. Young Quest.
It's a real skill that Mark Gasnier has developed in his game. He's got the ability to make the opposition freeze with his footwork. As soon as he catches the long ball, he puts that little shimmy in, the defence freezes. Sometimes he takes them on, and sometimes he'll put the grubber kick in behind the line. Nathan Brown will be happy with what he's seeing at the moment. He'll want some more points for their effort, though.
Let's go.
Dragons scored 17 points per game on average in the first 4 rounds, and since then they've averaged double. With the comeback of the quality players, the marquee players. The 14 for them taking it back is Sims. As I mentioned just a matter of seconds ago, he and Paul, they give them tremendous relief staff, don't they? Riles and Bailey might go to the bench, but these 2 youngsters, these young Lions, they're very good. Young, Barrett, Hornby, taken down by Crossman. And also Swain involved. Then it's gone to Timmins, and Timmins runs again at Campbell. They aim a lot of their runs at Preston. 9 metres out from the line, down there in that bottom southern corner. It's gone away now, and come away from Sims to Barrett, Barrett to Hornby. Inside play for Torrens. And Torrens is tackled. Well read there by the defence. Now it's come to the right for Barrett. He just lays it on the bird. Another race for the ball, and it's again pressure. Pressure for Penrith. Line drop out will take place when we come back. It is 6-4 in favour of St George Illawarra after 32 minutes. Some push and shove. We'll put some water on that and come back in just a moment.
You leave that with us, mate. Yeah. You leave that with us.
Friday Night Football on 9. Of course, very shortly, exclusively live, the State of Origin series. That was what happened on the other side.
Yeah, wonderful kick there from Trent Barrett, keeping the pressure on, and a couple of young bucks just come together here, butting heads. Obviously, Wesser and now Luke Rooney up Nick Youngquest. It's a short restart. And Willie Manu takes it 21 out on just the first tackle.
A little worry there for Gasnier. He hurt his ankle. Here's a penalty going to the Dragons. Gee, this will give them another great opportunity before half-time. Gasnier hurt his ankle tackling Luke Rooney. Here's Poor running at them and taken down by Shane Rodney, playing minus the headgear tonight. Here's Sims unwinding, flicking it out the back. Thompson overran the ball. Gasnier did not. He has dived on it, and De Gower makes the tackle. 20 metres out from the Penrith line. Here's Dean Young getting it across, and it's with Torrens now. And Torrens is calling Prudis across and going over to the captain.
Situation is we've had three. Wait. Give us a chance to talk. 3 penalties for offside. This player's been involved in 3 of them. Okay, I'm doing the best to help you out. I'm calling hold and go. Yep. Not taking any notice. You've got no option to penalise, okay? It's up to you to fix it.
Well, I was standing back behind Reece Weston, mate. I fell over that tackle.
And you're offside.
So the penalty has been given to the Dragons right in front. No thought of the penalty goal. Gone straight for the uprights. They're 5 metres out. Young working with Poor, and Poor takes 3 defenders out.
Hold.
Prudis is involved.
Hold. Go.
And so it's Crossman. Now they go from dummy half with a barge over. Close, but only a couple of metres or millimetres short of the line. Played by Young. Poor at dummy half. Barrett with the ball. Puts on some speed, but is well read in defence and pulled down by Reece Wesser. Played back to Thompson, across to Timmins. Timmins gets it on. Hornby puts in a little kick. Is there a chaser? Here comes one, but Lewis was there half an hour early, but again there's going to be pressure. Again there's going to be pressure. He's put his foot on the dead ball line. Line drop out again.
Smart play there by Ben Hornby. It's very, very difficult to play any sort of attacking football when you're constantly playing the ball on the opposition try line. The Dragons were bogging down there, so early in the tackle count, Hornby has put one in behind the line and said, let's start again. Let's get them to kick it back to us. We'll come in with something more constructive. This will be a far better set of 6.
6-4. Quite amazingly, 6-4 the score, I've got to say. The Dragons have basically had all the territory, all the possession, and here is Sims about to play the ball now.
Oh, the Panthers, they're praying for a mistake.
Now it's Poor again with the 14 making the tackle. Crossman and Swain in 17 underneath as Young goes to Barrett. Barrett goes to Manu. Manu close to the line, got it away. Well done, Cooper, Young, Hornby. Held by Gower and Pulatua. So Young now for Barrett. They're so close, the pass. It's gone backwards. And Colin Best is tackled close to the eastern touchline. Spun back to Barrett now. Now they're in the centre. Torrens gets it to Sims. There's that fling down of his. It's gone to Timmins. Timmins does the dance with Lewis. And Timmins goes for the corner, but is pulled down close to the sideline, 5 metres out from the line. Back it comes again for Torrens. Torrens getting the ball away. The Dragons throwing it about before kicking it. Lewis has done well. He was over one side. Now he's back on the side that he was playing, and he's tackled just inside the 20-metre line.
It's a standing ovation for the Penrith defence in that last 5 to 8 minutes. Strong tackle there on Pomeroy, but they are up against a wonderful attacking outfit, and somehow they've denied them 4 or 5 sets in a row. It's just a 2-point margin. John Lang will be wrapped with that last couple of plays from his tide.
Prentice. There's the tackle count. Well, that's level, which is pretty hard to understand, really, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll get a better view later when we have a look at inside the 20, how many times teams have had a shot at each other tonight.
59 metres on 5 tackles for the Panthers. Gower puts a kick in. Campbell's going after it. It's way out in front, though, and Hornby picks it up and turns defence into offence. He's tackled 40 metres out from his own line by Clinton. In fact, by Waterhouse. Now it's come from Barrett. Now it's gone forward. To a landing on the ball. No knock on. Just looked like he might have created a double knock on there, Pulatua. Wesser.
Yeah, let's just have a look. Comes off the face of Dean Young. Nice falcon there. We don't see too many off the face, and the big man was ruled not to have knocked on. What a blow this would be if they could land one. Penrith, after what they've achieved at the other end.
Campbell there. Well, if it's come off the face, why was it a knock on? But here it is with Prittis gone to Gower. Gower puts his body on the line. Plays the ball close to the line. Intercept. No, it's gone wrong. It's backfired. Rooney. Rooney scores for the Panthers. Gaznia was up the other end of the park putting the football down. But now Rooney's name goes up in the frame. Luke Rooney has scored. Panthers leading. An amazing scoreboard at the moment.
And doesn't it set up a second 40 minutes? Penrith against the odds, against possession in the last 10 minutes. Should go in at half-time. Craig Gower close to scoring. Mark Gaznia races up. He'd have just about gone 95 metres. A wonderful work there from Shane Rodney and a great pick-up from Luke Rooney. Luke Lewis got the first in the far corner. Winger just inside the corner post. They achieve it on this side of the field now.
Great work there by Rodney, isn't it? I mean, his team's got 6 again. Gaznia drops the ball. Rodney gets the ball for his team. A young bloke might panic and say, well, I'll just fall down here and we'll start again. No, my man's open. Flop it out the back there. Trust his ability to pick it up. Rooney, a noted finisher, one of the best in the game. Half volleys it, scrambles to the corner, puts it down for an unlikely Panthers try, if you've been watching the last 20 minutes. This is amazing. The Panthers are in front. The Dragons have had all the game. They've won the battle of the hitting. They've won the battle of the yardage. They've had more ball. The Panthers have scrambled. They've looked ragged. But here they are, they're in front. And little Preston, at least just the sort of bloke to say, I'll knock this over, just to make you feel worse about the situation.
I'll show you how close to the crowd you are on the field here. Here he is from the sideline, but it's low and it's away. So he's had 2 shots at conversion, both unsuccessful. 39 minutes gone, and the Panthers leading now by 8 points to 6. Andrew Voss sideline.
Luke Rooney will be thrilled to get over. You couldn't call it a try drought, but things have been a little lean in the 4-point stakes for Luke Rooney so far this season. Only his 3rd try for the year. He's had no trouble at rep level, of course. 6 tries in 5 test matches in the off-season in the Tri-Nations. Scored a couple of tries in his Origin first series last year, and he'll be looking for plenty more Origin tries in a few weeks' time.
Thank you, Andrew. Gaznia again kicking off. And how many opportunities did the Dragons have? And really the belly of what Penrith have achieved here at halftime all came in the last 10 minutes. Superb defence. Just highlighting how important defence is in this game. We delight in tries, but tonight we just saw 8 minutes, I think, of sheer gutsy defence from the Panthers.
Well,
little knock on there.
And the Dragons have raced in, setting the scrum so that the referee has to call timeout, which he has now done. So they will have 39 seconds. No, in fact, it's less than that.
All in. Out.
36 seconds, a couple of plays.
They win the scrum, obviously, and Barrett immediately to Gaznia, and Gaznia is thrust to the ground. 20 metres out from the line. Penrith will be delighted to hear the siren, let me tell you. But here's Thompson taking it back towards where the ball was played, and Gower, who's been outstanding for the Penrith side. Now it's Barrett turning it up for Paw, and Paw is mauled over by 3 of the Panthers and made to play the ball. They're only 11 metres out from the line.
This is the last play.
Pointing. There's plenty of traffic cops. Here's Barrett. Barrett decides to go himself. He's put down. Couple of metres out from the line. Can the Dragons wrest the lead back? Here's Hornby putting in a kick. Batted down. It might have come off a Panther. Back to a Dragon. It is with Penrith. And the referee has called time. So there's the halftime siren, or the halftime signal for the break. And the Penrith side with 2 tries, leading 8-6 at halftime. Matthew Johns is with the Dragons coach Nathan Brown.
Brownie, that's a first half which personally it feels like you're dominated, yet you find yourself behind 8-6. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, we had a lot of good field position, and we probably played with a little bit of patience, but we had too many set-up plays, so we'd wait and take 2 or 3 plays to the middle without any support, rather than maybe playing through the middle and getting a lot more movement.
What's the theme going to be at half time?
We'll definitely look to improve our attack with a bit more close support, and maybe a little bit more hard running to get a little bit more go forward.
Thanks for your time, Brandon. Good luck, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Nathan Brown there with Matthew Johns on the sideline as we go to a break. Holden half-time. The charge to be a New South Wales front rower. Player cam features Riles, Bailey, Clinton, and of course Queensland's Ben Ross. Here's a break, back in just a moment. Wesser just taking his time over it. Never has a half-time break been so well embraced as the one that we just went through from the Penrith side. Hornby marks the kickoff from Wesser and sends Justin Paul back, and he's tackled 10 metres out from his own line. Pulatua and Crossman making the tackle. Now the other young gun, Sims, takes it out to the 20-metre line, so they've done okay. Again, it was Crossman and Sway into the 4 as the Dragons bring their wingmen in now to take a forward play through Youngquest, and now it's away for Timmins on tackle number 4, and Waterhouse is there to put him down together with Crossman. 4th tackle gone, and the opening set of the second half, and Justin Poore takes his second in the first set. 8-6 in favour of Penrith, 2 tries not converted, as Barrett puts in a kick on the back end of the opening set, and Rooney watches it and lets it go. Too dangerous to play with. And Andrew Voss is back from the sheds. Yes, Andrew.
Yeah, well, you heard from Nathan Brown going to half-time. I can report out of the Panthers room during the break that John Lang described that first 40 minutes as just about the best the Panthers have played this season. And he said, fellas, defence got us there in that first half, so just roll the sleeves up. Same again. Work hard for the 80 minutes.
And I don't think anybody watching this game would disagree with that thought. Their defence put them in front on the scoreboard. There was a period of 8 minutes where they just absolutely were magnificent. The men of steel, as Rooney comes running off the edge of the scrum and taking a pass from Gow before Campbell goes to Swain, who's outside the 30-metre line, and Manu was there in 15, prominent in the defence there, together with Timmins, the last man up, and then Priddis goes to Pulatua, and Pulatua runs at Torrens and Poore, and they put him down. Now Penrith have come away from their try line end very well. Priddis flicking it back on the inside for Waterhouse, and he's tackled 5 metres into Dragons territory. Played it back to Priddis, Priddis to Campbell, Campbell to Gower, out wider, holds it back and gives the pass on the inside to Rodney. And Rodney will play the ball on 5 and last, about 35 metres out from the line to Gower's right foot. He hopes this will set up. Hornby has to make a play at it. The defence is on him. Franze is there with Rooney. And it's the Dragons with the ball 3 metres out from their own line as Youngquest runs into the shoulder from Pulatura it was. It was a good, solid tackle on the young winger. Here's Best, the other winger, coming away in an arc-like run before offering the ball back for Torrens, and Torrens is taken down by Priddis. 20 out from their own line now, the Dragons, as Sims comes away with the ball. He's taken low by Waterhouse, and then Timmins from dummy half comes to Campbell, gets rid of Campbell, gets rid of Swain. This is a good run by Timmins. It ends about 38 metres out from the Penrith line. It is tackle 5. Young goes to Barrett. Barrett on to Hornby. Cuts out Thompson. It's gone over to Gaznia. There's that kick again. Wesser's over there. Wesser comes away with the football, and they will try and force him back. Wesser stays in the field of play.
I think Sean Timmins showed Dragons the way there. Every time they pass the ball wide, they help the Panthers' defence. When someone dummies and takes them on the inside, they make line breaks. They've got to persevere with that.
Again, Penrith on just the second tackle. They've come 35 metres away from their line.
Yeah, that's where Canberra got them last week. Penrith up the middle of the ruck with inside passes as Crossman takes it close to halfway. Been a really good start for both teams attacking the football. And they've had a set of 6 each. They've travelled 80 or 90. Gower to the left, got Campbell to the right, and he goes in between fullback and winger.
And it's going to require a play, and it's Colin Best who brings it back. He's on his knees and he thought about passing, decided not to. Lewis made the tackle, Cooper makes the run, angling across at about 45 degrees to the 20-metre line before Young puts the ball on Torrens' chest, and he's tackled 30 metres out from his line. Waterhouse and Swain featuring in the defence. Manu runs the play at Crossman. Crossman just slides down around the legs to make the tackle. Now Barrett asks them the question. Sims is there with him. Frenzy makes the tackle together with Rodney. Now it's played back to Barrett. They're just on the Panthers side of halfway as Hornby puts in a kick. Lewis goes back urgently. He'll have to make a play. He does. He comes from the in goal. He beats Hornby. All ends up. He comes to Thompson, and that's a copybook tackle.
Bit of a problem out there for Luke Prittis at the moment, down on his haunches between the 30 and the 40.
Hold, go.
That's Gorrell about to come on for the Dragons. And heavy body contact out there as the Panthers bring it away. And
well, the referee just wiped him out, Luke Prittis, ran straight into him. That's why he's called time out.
let's have a look at the trainer working with Prittis, and next thing, Simpkins has hit him with his rear end.
What do we charge him there? Grade 2 careless, reckless, intentional.
Crossman flicking it out the back. Here's Campbell, sees an opening, tries to go through. Plays the ball 5 metres short of halfway. Tackler was Ashton Sims. Now it's with Gower. Gower, they're just poking up the centre of the Panthers. Just working up the middle. Safe and sure. Wesser, Campbell, kick on the end of the 6. Down she goes into the in goals. Got too much volume about it. Back to the 20 for the restart.
Well, we should point out that Preston Campbell didn't play last weekend, of course. Well, he played Friday night, picked up a heavy concussion in the City Country fixture, wasn't able to back up 24 hours later against the Raiders. It was Luke Bailey. Came back into the game just 4 minutes into that second half as Albert Torrance gets a break on the sideline. Manu now carries the football.
Beneath all that is Pomeroy hanging on for dear life. Campbell gives him a minor assist as Manu plays it. Young runs at Campbell, and Campbell makes the tackle unfashionably, but still made it. 5 changes made by the Dragons and 4 by the Panthers as they go towards the halfway with Hornby, and wide is Sims, and Sims is taken by Prittis and Gower, and he's lost the ball, but he has, it's a penalty. Penalty to the Panthers for not bringing the football up, standing up and playing the ball.
Said he tried to play it too quick. Referees have been harsh on this, putting some responsibility on the player with the ball. Yeah, he put the ball down. He was in no position to start his play the ball there.
Yeah, you can't put the football on the ground before your knees and your legs are up. And Ashton Sims had his left knee still planted when he put the football down.
So it's a good opportunity for Penrith, and they just hammer it straight up through the middle of the ruck. And 20 metres out from the line, Thompson is there with Gaznia. They play, the ball is played, and Prittis comes across to Crossman. Crossman takes it about 25 metres from the eastern touch line. They're only 10 out. Gower's with the ball. Frenzy is close. Got the ball away. Good work to Prittis. Prittis puts on a dummy, but the Dragons' defence, they converge and win the battle. Thompson involved with Sims. Now it's away for Campbell. Campbell dummies again. Throws a whopping pass out wide. Lewis goes for the line. He's over the line. Did he get the ball down? It doesn't look like that.
Have a look at that.
And referee Simpkins wants to go to the video referee.
Well, from the way Luke Lewis continued to wrestle, you'll think that he hasn't got the football down. Hornby is there, so too Manu. Doesn't get the football down there. No. They roll him over. He continues to fight to get it down. Doesn't get it down on the far side because he's still keen as he comes over this way to get the ball close to the ground. This will be a held up back to the 10-metre line. What a ball from Campbell.
What marvellous defence, sir. What marvellous defence. Lewis had the option to go outside or inside, came inside, saw a big gap, but they just converged, the Dragons. They came from everywhere. And players have become so adept at being able to get to the football, the awareness to have the football and hold it up off the ground. What tackle are we on? Because we're going to play the ball here. This will be no try.
It's a 4th tackle.
Still got a couple to go.
Ready, on the line here. Stand right up. Stand right up. Hold it, wait for the whistle. One couple
Panthers probably for the high ball across the ground. And Gower turning it back on the inside for Wesser as they set up the play that I'm talking about there. Still with the football and keeping this play alive. It's Nullavow now. I thought they might might have gone for the cross kick early. They were all up flat. Then Campbell puts in a kick. Oh, that's really just let them off the hook completely. But, you know, the Hornby tackle and the Manu tackle, it deserves acclamation of the highest.
Oh, it's great stuff, isn't it? It just shows the pride in your line. That's what the fans come to see. They sit out here in the cold and the wet, and it's Friday night. They could have stayed home, watched on TV, but they've come to the game. They want to see their side battle and protect the try line. Hold them out. Don't let them in.
Settle. Youngquist plays the ball now, and it's the Dragons with Manu, and the wrestle goes on. The tussle goes on. Crossman and Pomeroy making the tackle. The ball played back to Gorrell, then Timmins, inside ball Bailey. Bailey taken by Crossman and Waterhouse. Gorrell's with it in 18. Timmins has got the ball, invites Pulatua into the tackle, got the ball away to Sims. Sims is taken down by Rodney and Prudis, in fact. It's played back to Gorrell. Now it's away to Thompson. That's the halfway line he's gone across, and he's almost down to the Panthers' 40-metre line. Rodney again the tackler. Now for Barrett to take over with the right boot, and he's put it very, very high. Getting underneath it is Reece Wesser. Oh, that's a great take. It's a tremendous take by Wesser with Big Bailey charging down on you.
It's a great take because there was a late adjustment as well. It was a very, very high kick from Trent Barrett. The thing in Reece Wesser's favour was that the chasers didn't arrive at the same time, but it's a wonderful take under pressure.
There's Rooney now, just repeating that breeze, which we talked about at the top of the telecast, is coming in the second half quite strongly from the Dragons' end. So Wesser plays it 25 metres out, and I was about to make the comment, hasn't this bloke got some talent? Crossman. He mightn't be the most fashionable, but by Jove, he gets through some work. Now it's Gower putting it to the right foot, sending it down for the Dragons to retaliate. And here comes Cooper, flying outside the 40-metre line.
I think the other three front rowers are about to come into the game too. Bailey's out there. Clinton and Ross will be warming up on the bench. Their forwards look a little bit ragged. Royals won't be far behind. This could be the game right here. Here's Bailey, straight up the middle.
10 metres into Panthers territory. The Panthers haven't won here in 14 years, can you believe? Here's Colin Best, leaving a trail behind him before the tackle of Wesser. Knock on, I thought, at the dummy half. No, Timmins got the ball away. Barrett gets it on. It's on the bounce to Colin Best. It's across the face of Lance Thompson. It is with Mark Gasnier. Beats one, stands in another, gets it over the line. There's Gasnier. He's in again. He is in to score another try for the Dragons. Well, was there a tiny knock on?
I don't think so.
Did it look that way?
We will have a look at it. But one-on-one, how good is this man, Mark Gasnier? And just watch the floor in defence here from Paul Franze. He's knocked on. Oh, I've seen them pulled up, I've got to say, Ray.
Yeah, I've seen them ruled a knock on 100 times.
Just watch on the far side. When it comes to Paul Franze, he puts the head down as he gets to Mark Gasnier. We freeze it there. Just watch that man, number 4, as play continues now. Put the head down and he loses him. There. He had to keep up, stay up a little bit longer. Wait till he was closer, but he gave a man who's lightning on his feet just that little bit of a break by getting down too early.
Yeah, that was his worst nightmare all week. Paul Franze had gone to bed every night this week thinking Gasnier, shimmy right foot. Gasnier goes shimmy left foot, gets him on the outside. Franze be saying, I knew this was going to happen. But there was a knock on at the play the ball. Why didn't we go back and review the play? It was worth a look. It saves the Panthers a try.
Gorrell from the sideline. And it's just away to the right-hand side. So the Dragons are back in front. It is 10-8 after 53 minutes of Nine's Friday night football. Dead set knock. Shot of Mark Gasnier, the try scorer, the controversial try scored by Gasnier. Replay suggesting there was a knock-on at the dummy half. Timmins.
Well, it's a very good point that Phil Gill made. The other side of the break was the fact that there was the opportunity, even if there was just a smaller shadow of doubt, because it was in the play leading up to the try being scored. They can have a look. They decided not to.
Thompson. think Simpkins probably put that to rest because he pointed to the ground very quickly. I don't think he invited anybody's other opinion. Young. Ball played 40 metres out from their own line. Cray is back into the action. 10-8 St George, Illawarra. As Timmins takes it ahead, almost at the 40-metre line now. Panthers in. Played back for Gorrell, and Gorrell away to Barrett, and Barrett again decides to pepper Wesser. Wesser's under it, eyes glued to the ball. Now his hands are. Now he's come away for Lewis, and Lewis crashes his way through a couple of feeble attempts at tackle. Good work there by Lewis. He's hurt again.
This was another one from Ben Cray over the top. He's going to get up and play the ball, Lewis. There looked to be a shot over the top there. He could have stayed down and asked the video referee to look at it. Here it is, Cray across the top, bang, yeah. Well, he gets it from both sides. Got the double whammy. So now I'll get up and play on. I'm a Panthers boy.
Stand up.
Nullivar on halfway. Bailey and Timmins, the tacklers. Prentice finds Campbell. Campbell, look at that step off the left foot. And he'll play the ball in the centre of the park, 40 away. Prentice goes from dummy half. They're continuing to, if you like, do a Canberra, because that's what Canberra did to them last weekend. Now they use some expansive football. They go out to Franze, and he's tackled. And that line behind him is the 30-metre line as they go for the kick, and it goes across. Lewis, he's going after it. So too's Pomeroy! Pomeroy got the ball away, did he? The ball is with the Dragons. Tested the Dragons as Cooper runs it out from dummy half.
Well, again, it was that swirling ball that was coming back towards where the kick came from. He got an easy catch on a Pomeroy and nearly flicked it out to Luke Prentice, who towed it through, or attempted to.
Gorrell away for Hornby, and Hornby for Cray, and Cray with Campbell. He just gets his body in front of them. He doesn't really care how he makes the tackle or the stoppage. He just puts his body in front of them. Waterhouse had to come in and do the work. There's the kick down the ground. Rooney falling back, taking a bit of weight away from Wesser. Now Rooney stretches those big legs out, and Thompson bangs him and puts him down. Thompson, the second row for the Dragons, he got a try for them fairly early in the match. Now Wesser from dummy half, stepping, looking to pop it, but can't. Tackled by Barrett and Gaznia. Then Rooney offloads for Ben Ross to take it to the halfway line. It is 10-8. The fourth tackle is with us. Dragons leading Penrith. Gowers with the ball. Floats it up on the inside for Nullivar. He's put away and tackled by Thompson again. Prentice then answers the call of his captain, who goes to his right foot. It's not a bad kick. It's plugging and it's stopping in the field of play. And it's with Best, and he comes back. Now the Penrith side will muscle up, work for a mistake.
If I was Luke Rooney, I'd be very disappointed in Reece Wesser at the start of that set of six when the kick came down to him. Wesser just stood back and let him run. If it had gone with him, he might have held some defence off him. But as it was, 5 Dragons chasers came up and said, well, let's hammer this guy, and Lance Thompson did.
Young is taken down by Waterhouse, and Campbell right on the 20-metre line. It's the third tackle down. And here is Riles, tackled just inside 30. Riles playing the ball back, and it goes from Gorrell to Bailey, the other front row. And he's tackled 35 metres out from his own line. This is the last. The kick is coming from Hornby. Hornby puts it down towards Lewis's corner. Lewis watches it. It pops up for him. You go over towards Wesser. 10 metres out from the Panthers line. Lewis coming back, and almost getting to the 20-metre line. Tackled over there by Thompson. Wesser out to the 30 now. 10-8. 57th minute of the game. Pomeroy steps off his left foot, makes a clean break, comes to fullback, changes direction, goes down to the 30-metre line where he's tackled and put away by Hornby. Panthers on the attack now. Prentice, long floating pass, finding Gower, inside ball for Rodney. Thompson is with him, and so too is Barrett. He will play the ball 20 metres out from the line. Gower gets it across there to Clinton. Clinton is tackled 10 metres out. Fifth and last tackle. The kick will come from Gower. Gower puts the kick in, a grubber this time. They go for it, and who put it dead? It came off Gower's boot. They're going out to the 20-metre line for the restart.
I love games like this. 10-8. Both teams defending well. There's enough ball movement to keep you interested, keep thinking something's going to happen. players getting themselves off the ground when they're hurt. Big forwards chasing little kicks, looking for the try. Front rowers bashing it up in the middle of the field. This is footy.
Hold.
I'd hate to be coaching it though.
Youngquist. Tackle just outside the 30-metre line. 8 changes made by Brown and 8 changes made by Lang. And there's a speculator.
And it could really hurt the Dragons. Rodney is going down inside the 20 and he's cleaned up by Colin Best. But it's the Panthers on the attack. The start of a new set for them. It's Pritters away to Gower. Gower gets it onto Franze. Franze's pass goes to ground. The Dragons have got the ball.
Chance there for the Panthers. Plenty of tackles up their sleeve.
Now Young, he makes a clean break, the number 9 for the Dragons. Where's the pace? Where's it coming from? Here it is coming from Cooper, and what a tackle by Wesser.
Tackle.
What a fantastic effort by Reece Wesser. Now it's gone to Young, then it's across and it's with Hornby, and he's taken down by Pritchard. Dragons leading by 2. Golden opportunity. Barrett working in traffic is tackled. 10 metres out from the line. Held down by Ross. Playing the ball slowly. Now it's with Riles, now Bailey. Bailey runs into Pomeroy. Got the ball away. Riles has a go himself and he's tackled on foul. Gorrell at dummy half. Which one? Left. Young beats one. Gets the ball away. They'll score! It's Cooper. Cooper's in this northwestern corner. The entertainment centre end of the ground.
Well,
Panthers have gone down left, right and centre. They're totally exhausted.
They never got the numbers there. But what a try-saving tackle from Reece Wesser. Great run here from Dean Young, straight up the middle. A beautiful ball onto the chest of a flying Cooper. And to just get enough to deny a renowned try scorer was superb from Reece Wesser, but it was too little too late. We freeze it there. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 2 defenders, and this man has raced up trying to nullify that overlap as play continues, and the Dragons are good enough to take advantage. Beautiful cutout pass. The man who started it, Dean Young, throws the final pass to finish it.
I think Luke Lewis panicked there. I really think he panicked. I think he made it easy for the Dragons. I know they were outnumbered, but he ran in on someone else's man. He could have helped Preston Campbell out wider a little bit longer, forced the Dragons to run sideways. He went up and missed. Big kick here for Gorrell to go from 6 to 8 in front.
It's not bad off the boot. It's inside the upright, it's there. 8-point lead. Andrew, 16-8, 62 gone.
Well, Ray, one of the purposes of naming a 30-man squad for New South Wales is so you can get the suit sizes and the like. I'm going to get Dean Young's suit size for the state selectors after this game, just to let them know that this kid's ready for the next step up. Wonderful play and lead up to find Cooper. This pass is as good as it gets. He has looked on his left. He said, well, where's my speed man? He has put it right onto the chest of Matt Cooper, then close to the line. He hasn't panicked either. He's found the numbers. Great work, Dean Young.
So Penrith resorting to a more shallow restart, and Hornby will play the ball.
And I've been watching. Joe Nullivar went off after 15 minutes, came back on early in the second half. The Dragons could do worse than to target him because he is having all sorts of trouble keeping up with the speed of this game, the number 11.
Gorrell sweeping it off the ground from dummy half for Bailey. Bailey is taken, accommodated there by Rodney and Nullivar.
Gee, they're dangerous, the Dragons, when they get a bit of breathing space. 8 in front on the scoreboard. The Panthers aren't renowned for their comebacks, and the Dragons are renowned for putting points on you when they think they've got you.
Barrett there. Here comes another one of these big bombs, and down she comes, and Reece has lost this one. Barrett skirts it up, gives the ball away, and Aaron Gorrell has scored for the Dragons. They have got a full spinnaker, and they are going to look at this one.
Now, I guess we'd be looking at offside here. Reece Wesser wasn't interfered with. He had a fair catch at the football. Let's have a look at everything here. We've got Trent Barrett. The players on the right-hand side are okay. We'll keep an eye on the players on the inside as to whether they come within the 10. They are all offside. Coming through is Luke Bailey, and he does accelerate toward... It's not Luke Bailey, it's the number 16. This was no try. The number 16, Justin Poore, is offside. I believe he's in front of the kicker, comes within the 10. He's instrumental in putting pressure on Reece Wesser. No try.
Ben Crayer's onside. He's the number 11 out here. He actually waits back. He's the last Dragons player on the left.
Well, we'll freeze it there for a second, and let's just have a look. That's the man to watch. Play continues.
They're all offside. It's no try. But you've got to be so aware in this modern age. They've got cameras everywhere. They've got cameras in the dressing room. They've got them in the sky. They've got them in the sideline. They've got them behind the goalpost. You can't get away with that sort of thing. This will be a no try. It's a boost for the Panthers. It may take the wind out of the sail of the Dragons. And all for being a yard onside.
Yeah, well, Graham West is the video referee tonight, and he has seen it exactly the way that Peter Sterling and Phil Gould have analysed it. Players in front of the kicker coming inside the 10-metre radius and playing some part in the action, and that's exactly what happened. Having said all of that, Gorrell was in front of the kicker anyway, and the kicker never at any stage put him onside. Here's Pritchard.
They need some inspired charges here, the Panthers. They've got to make a statement here whether they're going to come after them or go away.
Clinton now, taken by Bailey and Gorrell. His name in lights for a moment or two, Aaron Gorrell. Here's Ross losing the ball, and Gasnier tried to pick it up, and it went backwards, and the order is to play on. Gasnier, 45 out from his own line. His young West coming across from a distance, resembles Cooper in many ways. Same coloured boots, same type of haircut. Here's Craig, and looking to pass a ball around the corner. Clinton made the tackle. Away it goes from Gorrell. It's gone to Riles. On it goes Poore. Justin Poore tackled on the 30-metre line, almost in the centre of the ground. Pritchard was the chief defender. Barrett sees an opening. There he goes, Barrett, running the football, and then he uses his strength, fends away, puts the ball down. The Dragons put the ball over the line, an undeniable try.
Yeah, the Dragons have grabbed this game by the scruff of the neck, and they're starting to twist. Trent Barrett sliding through there, as he does so well. On this occasion, Craig Gower did go up a little bit quicker. He pointed to the inside man to cover as we freeze it there. Look how quickly Craig Gower has come up in relation to the man inside him as play continues. He points, then he realises that he doesn't have enough speed, the man on the inside, to cover the gap. So it was an occasion where really he's opened up a hole that didn't need to be, and the man inside, Joel Clinton, just didn't have the pace to handle Trent Barrett.
The last thing you want to do is make this bloke run. Why make him run when that's the best part of his game? Gower was entitled there to come back and let him pass the ball with his play. You want these sort of players without the ball in their hands. It's like Laurie Daly and those blokes. You want them to pass the ball. Gower raced up in defence and forced him to run. He's the best running 5'8" in the game. See you later in the corner. Made it look easy.
Gorrell from almost on the touchline. Oh, gee, he's got this over beautifully. Two good goals by Gorrell and a try denied. 22-8, 66 minutes gone. The Dragons now on fire. Friday night football. One of the more important matches of the year. 6 teams level on 8 points. The Panthers coming into the game in round 10 on percentages in 8th position. The Dragons on the same amount of points, down in 12. There's going to be an almighty turnaround in that part of the ladder after tonight.
Yeah, tonight the Dragons could go from 12th to 7th at least overnight. Do you think we're a chance of seeing a try not scored in the corner? And what about Trent Barrett? What a week he's had. He's got 4 tries in 8 days. 2 for country a week ago, 1 in the Dragons win over South last week, and 1 tonight.
And they converted last Sunday. The Barrett's on. Here he is with the ball on the halfway line. Punches it delicately down towards Lewis, and it bounces as though it's on a string. Lewis goes away. What's the matter?
Oh, I've heard it called plenty of these before, but never converted. When you've given birth to a beautiful child.
Rooney.
That's rugby league parlance, isn't it?
What's wrong with that? Now Pomeroy is taken down by the Dragons front rower. Rhymes, players just inside the 30s. Pritis comes across and turns it inside for Ben Ross, and Ross will play the ball. 35 out from his line, tackled by Bailey. Pritis goes over to Pritchard, steps off his left foot and takes play to within 5 metres of the halfway. 5 tackles gone for the Panthers. A match that they, well, at one stage looked like they were going to come out and win it in the second half with an 8-6 lead against all the odds, and now they're looking at a scoreboard that is dismal. Now here's a stoppage. Pritchard could be in trouble here. Simpkins, let's go to him.
Stay away from him, Frank.
No, I've got no problem with I've got no problem with it. It's come up off his shoulder. The initial contact was made up around Frank Pritchard's head, and when I mean that that's where the contact took place up top, but the swinging arm has definitely come up off the shoulder.
What are we stepping back inside? You still made contact with the head, okay? So it's going on report. On report.
Pritchard on report.
And that's nice to see. Adrian Morley got sent off for the same thing a few weeks ago with the same referee. I just thought I'd bring that up. But it's nice to see you learn from your mistakes.
Now, Riles going across to one of his front row deputies in Paul. Now it's with Barrett, and Barrett finds Timmins, who goes in and away, and then he's taken down by Ross and by Pritis and by Rodney. He was interfered with getting up to play the ball. It's gone to Hornby on the 20-metre line. He's 15 out, he's 12 out. He will play the ball back to Gorrell, and Gorrell goes to Barrett, and Barrett takes it to them before hitting Ben Cray with the ball. Cray will play it 9 metres out from the line. Almost, well, pretty much adjacent to the uprights. Barrett pumps away at the blindside, puts in the little kick, and I think he scored. Colin Best, I fancy.
Well, I've got another question mark on offside here. I'd like to have a look at Cooper in relation to the kicker. The Dragons believe they've scored. Turned Luke Lewis around here. And plenty of pace coming from behind him. 2 very quick men. There's Barrett.
Boy, like our Sydney dramas.
Nah, the 3's all right. What about the 2?
He's okay.
It's okay.
Let's have a look at this, Pete. He's got
that's fine.
He's got talons across it.
His boots close to the sideline, but definitely inside.
It was almost a simultaneous put down by the 2 Dragons.
Come on, give us a smile, mate. Didn't have much to smile about early in the season, but you can sense that his team is just starting to gather a bit of momentum and closing in on that top 8.
No team smells blood in the water better than the Dragons. When they can feel their opposition are losing touch with the game, they are just relentless. Beautiful work here by Barrett. Will he pass? Will he run? Drops it onto the foot. And the 2 big outside backs muscle their way past Luke Lewis to get their hands on the ball. They've just got a knack for really putting teams away once they've got them on toast.
And that is now 7 tries, I'd say, within 5-6 metres of the corner post. Every try tonight has been very, very wide. And that's why we haven't seen too many goals kicked. Tough conditions and tough places to be taking the kicks.
We were worried about the Dragons going into the game without head. This bloke has put a couple of beauties over Gorrell. The team that hasn't kicked a goal is Penrith. Now Gorrell from the T-bar. Dunno. Yes, I do. Flags are in the air. It's a goal. Oh, gee.
You're the best.
He's done it exactly the way he did it from that position before. It's 26-8 or 28-8? 26-8. Andrew, sideline.
Yeah, the amazing similarity this game and last year, the clash they had here at Wynn Stadium. The Panthers led by 2 almost midway through the second half, ended up losing by 26. And for and against in such a tight ladder is so important, Ray. We saw last Sunday the Cowboys would have been bitterly disappointed that they let the game just get away from them against Parramatta. Danger also here for the Panthers over the final 10 of this game.
Yeah, sorry, Ray, I threw you a dummy there. 28-8, you were right.
Crowd figures coming through. It's It's probably a small crowd. When you think of the stature of the game, 12,932 here at Wynn Stadium tonight. Manu just had it dislodged. He got it back in. He's held by the Panthers, and Pomeroy, who's done all right tonight, making the tackle with Rodney. They turn it back to the short side, and it's quick hands, and it's gone to Colin Best, and away he goes. Running hard. Cooper wants it. He's got it at the right time. Clear the tarmac. Here comes Cooper again.
Well, much of this does come from late in the second half, despite the fact that it was the Penrith team that were able to put points on. As Phil Bill points out, they are a great attacking unit, and once they get on a roll, they are tough to stop. And as we come the short side, we freeze it there. You can see that Preston Campbell has gone in when really he needed to stay back out there to help. Needed to drift as play continues instead of committing himself, because that just opened up a 2-on-1 on the outside. Luke Prittis trying valiantly on the inside to get between Best and the eventual try scorer, Matt Cooper. Another bad decision in defence, and you make bad decisions against this team, the next minute they're putting the football down over the try line.
You've only got to look at the team. You've only got to look at the personnel. They were struggling early in the year, but you got Hornby, Cooper, Gaznia, Barrett, Timmins, Thompson, Cray, Riles, Young, Bailey. Any of these blokes could be playing in representative teams. They were always going to come good. They're my premiership favourites. If they put it all together, they can win the comp.
34-8, he converts. Gaznia, 34-8, 8 minutes to go. Back in a moment. Welcome back. We'll take a second take on that. Reece looking skywards. What happened there? I don't know. There's the kickoff anyway. We're back into the last 8 minutes of this game, which was so tight up till halftime. You can almost see, and I might be wrong here, that 10-minute spell where they had to tackle their guts out, Penrith, it's come back now, to use one of your expressions, to pull their pants down.
Yeah, that was always going to take their toll. Not a great deal of difference in the tackle count, but what this does do is reverse what happened in round 3. And Penrith have already had a victory over St George Illawarra, 18 points to 8 on that occasion. But tonight, it's been the Panthers that have been restricted to just 8.
So Watt goes for Barrett, and he goes over to Hornby. Hornby just threw a little dummy before being taken by the defence of Crossman and Gower. 35 metres away from the line. Barrett almost just fooling around with them at the moment. Here's Gaznia putting on that step, couple of steps on the same blade of grass. He was brilliant last weekend, and he's been great again tonight. Turnover time, play by Franze, Rooney, and he has taken down 25 metres out from the Panthers line. Sunday we've got another crack. It's a weekend of absolute crackerjack games, some top of the table stuff, and the Sharks are playing the Raiders at the National Capital on Sunday. And 4 o'clock you'll see that on the 9 network. But as I said, some beaut matches. Manly are playing Canterbury, and the Broncos are playing the Cowboys. It is with Gower now on the halfway line. 34 points to 8 is the score. It was 8-6 in favour of Penrith at halftime. It was 4-0 in favour of Penrith after a minute. Here's Wesser turning it for Gower, and Gower invites them to come up and tackle him, but he gives the ball eventually because there were no takers, and Crossman is tackled. 28 metres out, 5th tackle. Wesser, away it goes to Gower. Gower puts the kick high and across, and Hornby goes over there, but he didn't need to. Youngquest had it always covered, and then the young winger got it back into the field of play, which wasn't a bad trick either. Now it's Hornby's turn. He comes out towards the 10-metre line, his own end of the park, and Wesser, in fact it's Pulatua is there to make the tackle. Colin Best, who's had a wonderful winger's go.
And here they are again, the Dragons. They're in full throttle, and Best it was who backed up Young.
And Best will play the ball 5 metres into Panthers territory. The Black Magic, as they're called, they're struggling to get back as Best again takes the play down to the 30-metre line. Panthers enter the ground. Thompson with a dummy. Thompson up the middle. He will play the ball 17 out from the line. Yeah, Timmins a dummy. Then goal. Now Barrett. Long pass out to Manu. He beats a couple and then tries to throw Campbell away. The ball goes with it and there's a double knock-on.
Yeah, I'm glad that you gave Colin Best a rap, because a couple of weeks ago here, an unfortunate afternoon saw Leon Bott race past him a couple of times, but he's been tremendous tonight, Colin Best, involved in everything. And the thing you've liked about his wingers game is he's popping up and taking passes centre field on the other side of the field. His roving commission's been great. He's tackled well. Been a good night for him.
Pull it to it. Just outside the 20-metre line. And the penalty will go to the Panthers. And it's against Ashton Sims in the 14 jumper. Interfering with the man playing the ball as Gower gets in a huge kick.
These Penrith players, they're not having a lot of joy coming to Wynn Stadium. Only Luke Prittis, and that was with Brisbane in 2000, and Ben Ross with the Dragons in 2002. They're the only Panthers players to have ever won here in Wollongong. Long trip home.
It's Nullaval. 28 metres out from the line as it goes away with Prittis, and then it goes on to Campbell. Campbell inside ball to ground. Wesser for Gower. Gower cuts out a couple, picks up Rodney. Rodney pursued by Timmins and Manu, and they put him down. And that line is the 20-metre line. St George, Illawarra's into the ground. And now it's with Gower, and he puts in this little kick. He's looking for Frank Pritchard to get there first, but no. Youngquest it is, and bats it over the dead ball. So the red and white flags, the bunting is flying. Dismal start to the year. But as David Middleton pointed out in a story today, I don't know why it carried the Guru's headshot, but it did. Just to verify that he gave the statistics to them.
What are you saying?
Well, I don't know. He's getting plenty of publicity. But he was making the point of teams that have a dastardly start that are able to come back and make grand finals, some of them even to win it.
That's a great word, dastardly. I like that.
34-8 in favour of the Dragons, the home team, keeping this incredible run of outs intact for Penrith.
Well, can they score something late here, Penrith? Last week they led 18-0 and then didn't score another point for 60 minutes. Well, here's a team that led tonight 8-6. Conceded 34, or conceded 28 second half, and haven't scored a point themselves.
Crossman going inside the 20-metre line.
Take it back.
Time, just a matter of 2.25 minutes to go. Wesser, Don't expect that to come from blokes like Reece Wesser, Trent Barrett, the stars of the game. But isn't it lovely to see that they can do it? It's a bit like watching Tiger Woods missing a 2-footer. It makes you feel better. Matty Johns on the sideline. Yes, Matthew?
Well, Brownie, 34-8's the final score. I imagine you'll be pleased with the way the boys has hung in there and scratched and clawed for long periods.
Yeah, in the second half, I thought Penrith thought if they just hang in there, Gary kept kicking corners, they'd Dragons and shoot themselves in the foot. But I thought we returned serve, hung in well, and then probably played the better footy. And probably, whilst we didn't attack great in the first half, probably our patience probably wore them down in the second half.
Well, this is 4 in a row now for you guys. So what about the times when it was tough, that losing streak? Has there been one player who you thought turned it around or was inspirational during those times?
Not so much probably on the field. It was probably what was said after the Canberra game.
Here's a try, I think. Pomeroy in a battle. Gets it there. Finished on the line.
What they spoke about, how they said things. It was just more
Sorry
about
for interrupting there, Nathan, but Pomeroy has scored for the Panthers.
That was pleasing.
Thanks for your time, Brownie.
Thanks, mate.
So he's done all right, this fella in the number 3 jumper. He's been all over the place. I was reading some stats on him earlier. He's worked as a labourer, a concreter, a painter and a courier. And now he's put down a try here at Wynn Stadium at the end of a sad night for Penrith. But gee, I tell you what, their first half was good.
Yeah, he looks like a find. Ben Pomeroy, we mentioned earlier, it was a problem area for them coming into this season with the the loss of Paul Fatawira and Ryan Girdler. We've got an injured Danny Galea who's played there, and Pomeroy's done pretty well and did well to score that. He had some work to do against Colin Best. We do apologise to Nathan Brown. We thank him for giving us his time, but we did have to talk over him a little bit at the end there just to get through that try.
So there is Pomeroy on camera, and as I said, they were great in the first half. The only downside I can think of is that try that came after the knock-on from Timmins. It was the one that turned this match around, and then there was this avalanche of tries that followed for the Dragons. As the attempted goal from Preston Campbell is unsuccessful. It is over. It has been a pleasure to watch this attacking brilliance displayed by the Dragons. He said going into the sheds, we will talk about attack at half-time in the break. Well, they did that. They had one try on the board. They turned the 1 into a 6. And then they've run out with this big win, 34-12.